And I guess one thing that you've instigated out of this is the Problem Solvers Caucus. Can you kind of tell us about that and how that came about?
Yeah. The Problem Solvers Caucus, and I'll tell you the name is picked up from a similar, though different, body in DC. And it's in our case, it's a bipartisan and bicameral caucus. In DC, there are similarly, it's a bipartisan caucus. Obviously, on the federal stage, where majorities are very narrow, a bipartisan group of legislators can, make the difference between whether a bill succeeds or fails. And I think we recognize with our Democratic supermajority, a bipartisan group in California state legislature isn't going to be that, right? We're not the difference between a pass and a fail. And that is actually that's not the goal of the group. I think the genesis of the group really stemmed from a couple things. Number one, I think a growing and profound concern amongst everyone who's now a member of this caucus about kind of the just bitterness, the increasing bitterness of our politics and the increasing kind of nastiness of our division, and this sort of weird way in which, particularly over the course of the last 3 years, or whenever, now it's been 5 years, feels like bipartisan or compromise or collaboration are like kind of bad words now and are like frowned upon, as opposed to the things that we need more than anything to have a functional government and to actually develop real solutions to the biggest challenges that we face. And so the genesis for the Problem Solvers Caucus really was to pull together a group of like-minded folks, despite the fact we may have different political parties and not agree on everything, to find issue areas where we feel there's an opportunity for us to move the needle and advance bipartisan solutions to some of California's toughest challenges. And so the issue areas that we're planning to focus on as we move into the next legislative session as the Problem Solvers Caucus are, number one, healthcare accessibility and affordability, and number two, the climate crisis, and in particular, the role that California can play as an innovator as we address the climate crisis.
Make sure you just click the button below and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all our news and updates.
Are all dreamers.